Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Same Fire Society. I am so happy to have you here. Today we're going to do a Divine Feminine Soul Path check-in. What guidance do you need right now? What blind spots are you not seeing? What are some in-depth healing you can do on your path at this moment? Or just confirmation, strengthening your intuition and what you already know and what you already have been working on. We're going to start out with the tarot here and just see where this collective group of divine feminines are at the moment. I've been feeling really strongly a glow up energy for the divine feminine. Yes, so definite endings to the difficult part of this spiritual path. So, and I've been feeling that so strongly, like the feminine finally in this really peaceful energy. I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies, which are symbolic of transformation. And also the flies are seen as the bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. So finally really connecting that for yourself, being very in tune with your higher self at this time. And that's really going to help you know what steps to take moving forward, I'm hearing. These endings, the difficult part has surpassed, I'm hearing. You're over that bridge finally. And feeling peace, like you probably went through recently something very, very difficult. It felt like, oh my gosh, what else? And it was like that final push, that final test from spirit, I'm hearing. And then we have the Two of Swords. So there was some, like I was just saying, there was some difficult decision you had to make recently, or something very difficult you just went through, and it was like that final push. We have Gemini and Libra energy here as well. That could be significant. We have 10 and 2. Specifically 3rd Decan Gemini or 1st Decan Libra. So ending to a really difficult situation. Could have been like the hardest part of your spiritual path so far. What else is, oh, one just flipped up somewhere in the deck. Okay. We have the 5 of Swords. So there was definite some type of conflict, disagreement, defeat, maybe even an abusive relationship. There was some really intense ending recently, and it just felt like, it really felt like I cannot do anymore. I cannot go through this anymore. It was like a breaking point, but you got through it. And you were strong and you kept the faith with God and spirit and everything else. And that was a test. That was an absolute test, testing your faith and that your trust in the universe. You know that they're never going to give you something that you can't bear. But it did feel, it felt impossible in the moment. I can feel it. It's giving me bad anxiety. What else, Spirit? What's coming? What energy are we coming into? Let's get out of this dark energy. Ooh, the 9 of Swords. So they just keep repeating, like endings, ending to this cycle, ending to this hardship, ending to depression, I'm hearing. You might have been in a really long, dark night of the soul here. That finally has ended. Like the fog is lifted, I'm hearing, which is crazy because it's been really foggy here the last few days, and it's finally like the sun is like peeking out right now. So I mean, that's really indicative of, like, symbolic of this new beginning, this ending to this dark depression that you've been under. Maybe feeling lost, hopelessness, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do next. And then we have a fiery new beginning. fiery new beginning of some sort, Sagittarius energy. We have double Gemini, Aquarius, the Hangman. So this hardship really caused you to finally pause and surrender to the divine, and just you might have thrown your hands up and said, I can't do this anymore. Whatever you need me to do, like take all of me, whatever it is, I will do what you need to do. This hardship has brought you into Queen of Swords energy here, where you know clearly what you want in life. You know where you're going, you know your goals, and you're setting them and going clearly after them. You know your hard boundaries and who you need to set them with, and you're setting them. There's no wishy-washy, no guessing anymore. I just have to talk about this for a second because there is a beautiful blue jay. There's like 2 blue jays outside my window, and I've been doing love readings all day, like twin flame love readings. Blue jays are very significant to my spiritual journey because they are very much tied to a past loved one for me, specifically my deceased grandfather, who I was very close with, and I lost about over 14 years ago now, and it's still something that loss is still very much felt on the day-to-day basis for me, and I'm feeling really called to speak on that. So that may be significant, that may be something you're just going through, that may be this thing that you're going through, a loss of a very important loved one for you. And I'm just reaching out there and giving you a huge hug because I understand. I myself have gone through a lot of loss and it's bringing tears to my eyes, to be honest. I've gone through a lot of loss in the last 14 years and since that death. And it's been very difficult. It's been very, very difficult. And if you're going through that, or have been going through that, and felt like there's been no end in sight, I'm here to tell you that the sun is going to shine again, okay? And you will get through it. You will. Ask for help, I'm hearing. Ask for help from your angels, guides, ancestors, God, okay? Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Ask for a hug. Like, you will feel that energy. I promise you. If you tune into it, you will feel it. Ooh, I got so emotional. We have the King of Wands. So I'm getting really balancing out your feminine and masculine energy. You know, at one point in this journey, you may have been very much more masculine or more feminine dominant, super emotional, and not really knowing where to bring in logic, or super logical and not really knowing where to bring in emotion. It's been from one extreme to the next, I'm feeling. And you've brought balance to this. You've brought balance. You very much matured by overcoming these really difficult challenges. And it's been difficult. It's been really, really difficult on you. Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles. So in this current energy of wanting to work on your coin, of wanting to build your empire, shifting the focus, I feel, from love to monetary abundance, really, really wanting to be able to take care of yourself and your family and everybody else, and do that comfortably. This very giving nature about you, where you just want to take care of everyone in your life. And that's exactly what you would do if you, like, let's say, won the lottery or something. You would take care of everyone in your sphere, I'm feeling. And then we have the Tower. So there was a definite Tower moment, like a big ending that brought in this ending. And it was a really tough one, I'm feeling. It felt like severe upheaval and chaos and maybe a bit of a disaster, but also a release, and some type of insight came to you that's really going to help you forge forward here, you know, in peace. I'm feeling a little bit of a blanket of peace coming over you, and the recognition of, yes, this was really, really difficult. This last like 10 to 14 years possibly has been really, really difficult. But knowing that the sun is here to stay at this point, I'm hearing. That's very, very beautiful. You know, we can only really see our light in the darkness, and it's through these hard things that we really, really see who we are in these times of deep depression and sadness. It really illuminates what needs change as well. And without it, you know, it's seeing the silver lining in that, because without it, without seeing what needs to change, we would just stay the same. And that completely defeats the purpose of this soul path, right? Okay, so I got a new deck. It's the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So we're going to pull a few of these, and I'm going to read from the book for you and just see if this can tell us a little bit about your spiritual path, strengthen your intuition on your spiritual path, maybe give you a little bit of guidance that you are going in the right direction, and what you want to do is what you should be doing. Oh my gosh, there's so many blue jays outside my window. This is like incredible. Honestly, incredible. I've tied this to my past grandfather for a long time, but it's only been probably like the last month that I've been seeing them, like actually seeing them in person a lot. And it's really incredible. And it just feels like, some type of surprise is coming in some way. I mean, this is crazy how many blue jays are flying outside my window right now. I mean, I feel like I've seen 3 or 4, but there's specifically 2 right here. And if you resonate with twin flames, I mean, that could be significant for your journey. Okay, so we have Warrior Woman. I'm really feeling with this, if you've seen, you could have seen a spiritual counselor at some point that told you like your spirit was embodiment of a warrior of some sort. And with this energy, I'm feeling of this sword energy and closing out of this really intense, tough cycle. You have solidified that. You are a warrior of some sort, but what does that mean for you and your calling? So let's read the card, because the question here is, have you answered your deepest calling? Have you? Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered those nudges? Are you on your path yet? And it's a very good question. You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not a fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. And that was part of these tests of the last 10 to 14 years. To see how strong you are and how much of a warrior you are. And you got through it almost seamlessly somehow, I'm feeling. And it felt like it was never going to be over. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. So if you have been procrastinating on getting on your soul path, and there's been 1 or maybe 2 things like really nudging at you to get started. It could be even just, starting some type of spiritual business. Do it. Okay. Get over that fear. Don't let that fear hindered me for about 4 years. So, I'm here to say, learn from me. Don't procrastinate as long as I did, because you will only wish you did it sooner. And that is so true. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid. I was born to do this." And that could be a really good affirmation for you to repeat. But the thing about courage is that it is not possible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then, as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Work your light inquiry. Have you answered your deepest calling? Sit with that and journal that and ask yourself, have you? Are you truly going after something that lights your soul on fire? Okay? All right. And then we have breaking the chain, ancestral patterns. And this did come up in one of the twin flame readings recently, that this was ancestral patterns were being healed within the twin flame connection. And I'm feeling that really strongly on both sides. Like, you are the cycle breakers of your family lineage. You are breaking some type of cycle that has constantly gone on. Ancestral patterns healing, rewriting the future. You are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. So addictions, some type of patterns, maybe always going for abusive relationships. I mean, it's endless. You know, there's so many different things. You know what it is for you. A repetitive cycle that's been passed down, you know, from generation to generation. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line, healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. 7 generations back. I mean, think about that. That's a lot of healing. If for those past 7 generations, nobody's done it, and that all falls on your back, that can feel so overwhelming. Like this 9 or 10 of swords here. Okay, that's a lot. You may have feelings that you didn't even know you had, or you don't know where they're coming from. Something that needs to be healed in your lineage, and this is really important to look at. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Okay, so that is one of the hugest reasons why I'm doing this channel, is to talk about my healing and my journey, my procrastinations, my slip-ups, my blockages, my childhood trauma, in hopes that if it resonates with you, it helps put you on the path of healing. We're all just leading each other home here, okay? The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to heal. Energy is freed up. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and to dream a new future into being. What old ways of being from your family line are you ready to let go of? Seek assistance from a support team, tribe, friends, healer, coach, etc. to begin freeing yourself from it now. So, if you're trying to let go of an addiction, alcohol was a big addiction for me. Seeking out help for that. If you need it, if you can't seem to quit on your own and it's something you really want to do, seek guidance, seek help, seek counsel for that. Use your intuition. It can be kind of hard in early sobriety to really trust yourself, to trust what direction you should be going on. And all I can really say for that is to really pray for God and Spirit to bring the right people into your life, and to bring the right situations into your life for that healing. Now there's a cardinal outside my window. That is so amazing. My grandparents, may they both rest in peace, on my maternal line, loved bird watching. And they would just sit and watch the birds. And they fed the birds, and they cared about the birds so much that they would even rehome the squirrels that would eat the bird feed in their backyard. So they would trap the squirrels and then let them go in a park close to them so that they wouldn't eat the bird feed, because they just loved feeding the birds. It was just something they really loved to do. Answer the call. Thank you, Spirit. So, warrior woman, you need to answer your call, honey. You need to answer your call. Something has been calling. And on the bottom of the deck, where have you been called to journey to? So what is your soul's calling? What have you been getting nudged to do that you are not doing? You need to do it at this time. We're going to read this one to answer the call. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit of a stomach ache. That could resonate with someone. Somebody could be feeling a bit nauseous at this time. Not me sitting here looking through this whole deck instead of looking at the table of contents. Sometimes I don't learn my lessons. Okay. Answer the call. Where are you? Answer the call. 36. Deduces to 9. We have seen a few 9s here, so 999 could be really significant. Okay. Here we are. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary. It might not make sense. But if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, but I just want to say here, insert my very unprofessional opinion, you have to answer that first call to keep getting the other calls, okay? Like, you have to take that risk and jump on the first one. And as you keep doing that, your intuition will strengthen and you will trust yourself more, and it won't be such a hard thing to jump anymore. You will just do it. You'll become so trusting of your intuition and your soul's callings that you'll just do. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, but rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step, and that's very true. That is literally speaking to me, okay? I thought this whole map of a plan was going to be laid out for me, not realizing that as I take one step, another step will unfold. As I take another step will unfold, and that's how it works. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's leading. You just need to take the next step. And it's so true. Like, if we knew where exactly things were going, we might mess it up for ourselves. And so leaving a little bit to surprise and imagination is kind of the beauty in this journey once you surrender to it. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from anybody else. You only need your own intuition. I'm telling you guys. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering our soul's calling, the more important it is for our soul's growth. So if you are feeling resistance in a constant nudge from the universe, that's telling you you need to go after it more, okay? What is your soul calling you to do? What has your soul been calling you to do that you've been procrastinating? Ask yourself that and write it down. What are some things? Have you been being called to get back into your lifelong love of painting as a child? Maybe that was something you really loved doing growing up and you don't paint anymore. Why? And you've been being called to covet your inner child a bit by getting back into the things you loved as a child. You know, that's a really good way to heal some of the inner child wounds, by the way, is to go back to the things you loved as a child. Find those hobbies and start doing them again. I guarantee that you'll still love them. Okay, we're going to get one, maybe two of Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle by Ebola Abrams. This is a new deck for me, so I'll definitely be reading from the book. I mean, I will see what my intuition is telling me as well and what comes through channel message-wise before I read, but I will read what is meant from the guidebook as well. So Secrets of the Ancestors. Tap into the sacred wisdom of the past. And we were just talking about breaking the chain and ancestral patterns, right? That's so beautiful. What else can we get from you, Spirit, to tell us on our soul path journey? Help this collective jump on their path. Help them be fearless. Go live your life. I'm hearing live your life with wild abandon. Go boldly in the direction of your dreams. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We have the Patriarch, unapologetic. So maybe something on the Patriarch's lineage that you need to heal. I know or something with a father figure that needs to be healed. And then we have Father of Earth. So definitely something here. And we have 2 4s. Something on the father's side needing to be healed. Oh, wow. And then we have Father God. So, wow. This 4-3 has been very significant in my journey lately. So 4-3 could be very significant for you. We have a lot of father energy here. So, something on the Patriarch side here. And I'm just really being drawn to the Indian lineage here. You could have Indian in you. It could be Cherokee, Choctaw, some type of Indian lineage. And there's something there with that needs to be healed along that line. Possibly, I'm really getting the masculine really having zero balance of feminine energy in them, being very too logical to their detriment, not being in tune with emotions at all. And this is something that really needs to be healed on the male lineage. So if you have a son why can I not get my words out? If you have a son or you're hoping to have a son, to really look at this and see how you can covet anybody that comes from you on the male side, how you can covet their emotions and teach them that having emotions is a good thing, and that tapping into a little bit of their feminine energy is a beautiful thing, and having balance between the masculine and feminine energies. Rather than, a lot when our parents grew up, when they would cry or whatnot, being told to suck it up, or, you know, that is childhood trauma. That is childhood trauma. So I'm really seeing something along those lines of needing to be healed here. We have the patriarch, unapologetic. You will achieve what you have set out to do. The patriarch steps up to remind you that you are the leader of your own life. Things are more stable and secure than you think. Your fears are lying to you. You have the wisdom that the situation requires. So answering your calling, being the leader in your own life, paving this way, you may be the first one to heal these ancestral traumas. You most likely are. Most likely all of us that are here and listening are the first to heal these ancestral traumas. This ancestor may also come forward when the authoritative energy around you is overpowering you. My dear ones, stand up straight and own your power. Ancestral memory. The patriarch shows up here as a Maasai elder chief. The patriarch is a calm, experienced, and ambitious leader with loving and supportive divine masculine energy. So definitely healing of the divine masculine energy. This may be something you needed to heal as you didn't feel safe when you were young, and you really had to rely on your masculine energy to feel safe and protected. You might not have had a very protective father or a father that made you feel safe. This paternal ancestor can be seen as assertive or aggressive depending on the viewpoint. Ancestral medicine. Act as if you are regal. Act as if you are powerful. Act as if you are wise. This is a different frequency than fake it till you make it. You have no need to fake anything. Your arteries and bones remember the loyalty in the royalty. I said loyalty, but it's royalty in your DNA. Shadow aspect. So what is the shadow you need to look at here? You are out of order right now. You are rigid, controlling, and undisciplined. So if needing to have control due to that feeling of unsafe energy and childhood trauma is a shadow aspect of yours, this is confirmation that that's something you need to work on and look at. This can show up as a wounded healer or petty tyrant energy. Neither extreme is who you really are. This is really giving me emperor energy too. So the healing of this is going to, help step into that emperor-like energy. Declaration. I owe no apology for walking in my power. You don't. You may have been in a lot of situations where you had to make yourself smaller than you really were, an overgiver, or to feeling like in order to get love, you had to resonate with people in certain ways that really didn't resonate with your soul. Maybe stepping into things that you didn't like for yourself, but did them to have some sort of connection with loved ones here. Okay, we have Father Earth, so we have number 41. So Earth energy could be significant here. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Still not learning my lesson with looking at the contents. That's what it's here for, right? Father of Earth. Father of Earth. Water. And it says the root of earth is inspired action. So definitely like the need to take charge. This is really giving me chariot energy too. All right, here we are. Father of earth. Be your own sugar daddy. I love that. Work on your coin, feminine. You may have had a real focus on love always in your life, and Spirit's really saying here to work on your empire, like shift your focus for a little bit. Let go of the idea of this this love, especially if you were connecting with like the twin flame energy, a real need for surrender. Dream bigger and raise your standards. Enjoy the pleasures and riches of love, money, and or health. Risk-taking is discouraged right now, but you are being encouraged to grow and evolve. And answering your soul's calling is not a risk, okay? It's what you're meant to do. It just feels like a risk because sometimes it can be brought on with a lot of fear. This successful ancestor is a financially secure leader and proud provider. Father of Earth is well-rounded and he wants you to be also. Sometimes he comes forth to declare you did it. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Father of Earth is a great sign when it comes to love. Ancestral memory. The Father of Earth comes forward as Papa Boy. Father of the woods in several Caribbean cultures. He lovingly and generously protects plant life and forest creatures. That's beautiful. Are you giving back enough? This alchemist ancestor has the Midas touch and turns all lead into gold. Papa Earth has your back. This ancestor is emotionally and financially secure. Many of your ancestors did not have this privilege, but where you are from is not the totality of where you are going. So healing this whatever this patriarchal lineage thing is for you, could just simply be the not feeling safe with your father. Healing this is going to open up abundance emotionally and financially for you in love and, with your empire here. The shadow aspect of this card, money may be negatively impacting your life. Things may be a financial hot mess, or you may be putting money ahead of what really matters. Respect your abundance and your abundance will respect you. So really, working with what you have in the moment and putting it to good use is very, very important. Learning how to be responsible with money, if that is something that has been difficult for you in the past. And I know a lot of times when people can have addictions in working with their shadows, like alcohol or even gambling, and that takes up a lot of your money, you don't really realize that until you start taking care of your coin here. So your declaration here is, I am worthy and deserving of all riches. So that could also be a shadow aspect. Maybe hearing when you were young that money doesn't grow on trees, or, things like that, and dismantling those limiting beliefs to know that you can have all that you want in this world. You can have your wildest dreams when it comes to this, and believing in that may seem like a radical truth right now, but truly believing that for yourself. And that's part of getting it, right? Receiving is believing, believing is receiving, vice versa. Okay. What do we want to do next? I really love that deck. Absolutely beautiful. So really looking at your patriarchal line here and seeing what needs to be healed in that aspect. Let's get we're just going to get one of the Inner Child Oracle, and I will read that one for you. This is a very beautiful deck by Amanda Lynn Eisling. Called Inner Child. There's lots of birds on the front and on the back of the cards. That's really funny because we've been having birds just flying all around me here. Do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. So again, with that jumping here, you know, answering your soul's calling. But let's see specifically what this actually says for you. Do what you need to do. Okay. What we want and what we need can be two very different things. And, you know, for my case, like giving up drinking, I didn't necessarily want that at first. It was definitely a way of coping with things, but it was definitely something I could see that really needed healing, especially within my family. Most people are drinkers within my family, not only my immediate family, but outside my immediate family too. And a lot of people have had problems with the substance. And so, not necessarily wanting that, but knowing that I needed that for my soul path, right? I needed to heal that. And also not wanting to go down the same path as my mom, who passed away from alcoholism in 2018. And that was a very difficult time, and not even full, like knowing at that moment that I definitely needed to let that go in my life, but not necessarily wanting to, you know, still kind of having fun with it or thinking it was fun for some reason. But when you get enough time away from it, you realize how not fun it really is. When this is the case, our wants and needs can differ between self-indulgent and self-care. Now I like to have a good cup of tea, like a good cup of bedtime tea, or like a chamomile. Or even when I go to dinner, like I never thought I would replace that glass of wine with a chamomile tea at dinner. But I did. I just went on vacation recently, and at dinner I would have chamomile tea and a really good dinner. And you know what? That just, I didn't go to bed with a headache. I didn't wake up with a headache. I didn't wake up with regret or guilt. And like, it was a beautiful thing, honestly. If you have pulled this card today, it might be time to reflect on the difference between these two in your life. Honoring self-indulgence is a wonderful way to connect with ourselves, especially when done mindfully. Self-care can require us to do things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment. And it will be at first, because you don't know what to replace it with, and you don't know, you know, you might not really have the like coping skills and stuff like that, and you might be you could be a little socially awkward, or you might have a little bit of social anxiety that's really been covering up if it is an addiction for you. And so those situations will be a little uncomfortable at first, but it's really pushing through that uncomfort and getting through that where the true healing lies, right? Self-care can require us to do things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment, but will benefit us in the long run. A self-care exercise for you. Today, ask yourself if there is an act of beneficial self-care that you have been putting off because it isn't something you want to do. This is your sign to do what you need to do for yourself. A responsive journaling prompt for you. What feelings arise when you think about something that you need to do? Do you feel overwhelmed? If so, ask your inner child what these feelings might mean. What feelings arise when you think about something that you want to do? How might these feelings differ from what you need to do? Ask your inner child what the root cause of these different feelings is. That might be very helpful for you out there if you're really getting into inner child work right now, if you're just opening up to that, and recognizing, you know, the healing that needs to go on there. A lot of us light workers have difficult pasts, have a lot of childhood trauma. It serves a purpose, and recognizing that really helped me get over some things. It serves a purpose, you know. It's like our path is written, or we kind of agree to this path. And then you're thinking to yourself, you get to this point after spiritual awakening, why would I ever agree to some of the things I've been through? But this is most likely not your first rodeo in the physical, in the earth realm. And this may be a final push for you, and hence while you're going through some of the hardest things. But it all serves a purpose. It all serves a very beautiful purpose in the end. You know, I like to think that, and I don't know, I'm feeling kind of called to talk about this. And this is just my own personal intuition and something that I've really like channeled a lot and have felt a lot, that this divine mission here on earth is about heaven being a place on earth. Ooh, babe, I know what it's worth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. I'm getting that song, but I'm really feeling like our soul's evolution has some type of divine mission, that going through these lessons and this divine mission is to make it so that our souls can live in the physical in a place like heaven, to bridge the spiritual and the physical realms like the dragonflies symbolize, right? How amazing would that be if that is truly our mission here? To evolve so high into the perfect love God frequency, that unconditional love frequency. We've done all the lessons, we've shed all the bad within us. And finally, in this unconditional loving state, and everybody's in that state, and finally the souls, the infinite souls, can take an infinite place on earth. I mean, wow. And that's just some deep, that's just some deep thinking for you here. It's just something I think about. There's something about that. There's something about it. It's an intense mission. It's way bigger than we even know, right? Twin flames are just a piece of that. Just a piece of that. All right, so now that I got really deep, let's get some future higher self oracle confirmations here. Big dreams are built by those who do the work. Amen. Amen, Spirit. Okay, these paths aren't easy. It's not easy to look at all the darkness that you have within you and to bring it to light and heal it. That's not easy. It's not easy for anyone. It's triggering, it's uncomfortable, it's emotional, it's so many things. And a lot of us aren't really privy to dealing with our emotions, you know, especially with the way we grew up. And you know, if you're around my age, the way we grew up was, you know, not to really have emotions, right? When it gets dark, remember that the sun always rises. Were we talking about that? The sun is coming, right? This darkness has ended, and the sun always rises without fail, right? Without fail. It's just something that we completely trust because it always happens, right? Intention and action. Launch all your dreams. So beautiful. That's like double confirmation there. Your intention and your action is going to be what leads you in the right direction. Take action now on what your soul is calling you to do. Okay? Could be in dreams. It could just be a thought, a constant thought, a nudge. That could even be a constant thought or nudge for something you need to heal, something you need to face, right? You are the rare flower that blooms in the dark. Keep growing. Black cat energy. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. You are blooming. This darkness does serve a purpose here for you, feminine. And you may not exactly know that purpose now, but eventually you will. And you are going to be a huge piece to this puzzle, this divine mission that we are all a part of in some way. Those that answer the call anyways. Not everybody does, right? You have reached a new level and a new land to be discovered. There is something for you there. This treasure, I was feeling just something with these birds and this new moon energy and this shift in energy, like something is coming. The sun is coming out. You've had the power all along. Now you need to just believe it. Believe in it, divine feminine. You are your own superpower. Okay, trust yourself. Listen to yourself. Be that trustful person that you needed when you were young. Following your heart will lead you to the right things. That's double confirmation. We had that again somewhere here. I think it was this card in the ancestor one. Follow your heart. It will lead you to the right things. Follow your passions. Follow your creativity. Follow the things that light your soul on fire. The things that you could sit and do for hours and hours a day and never get sick of. Those are the things you want to do. The hobbies you want to recultivate from your childhood. Like the things that truly made you happy. Let those resurface. Know that whatever decision you made, it was the right one. There's no right or wrong answer here. You're not going to go in the wrong direction. If your intentions are to follow your soul's calling and you're answering those little nudges here and there, you're not going to go down the wrong path. Don't fear that. Okay? You are going to stay the course. And I truly believe in you here. Let's get some celestial insights. Bottom of the deck, we have purpose. Your purpose is guiding you forward. Have you been feeling lost? Refocus on what truly matters to you and pursue the things that bring true meaning and fulfillment. We just said that. Do the things that light your soul on fire. Rethink, relook at the things that did that for you in your childhood and bring them to light again. Do them again. Whether it's painting, if you loved art, if you loved taking acting classes, if you loved to dance, if you loved to play chess, I mean, if you loved to water ski, I don't know why that came to me. If you love to water ski, if you love to ski or snowboard, and just something's here that you may have quit, and your soul is calling you to come back to it. I'm feeling it really strongly. Sacred union. Wow. I feel like 2025 is going to be a big year for the Twin Flame Collective. At least the Twin Flame Collective that I'm reading for may have had your awakenings around the 2017 to 2019 mark, okay? Two powerful forces are uniting, whether in a relationship or within yourself. Okay, so complete balance within yourself, coming into wholeness within yourself, balancing the masculine and feminine within. This union brings energy and growth. Embrace this connection. It will lead to deeper understanding and transformation. So even just the connection with your higher self. The more you jump on your soul path, the more you let go of things that are no longer serving you, the more you detox, balance out, and heal, the more you meditate, the closer and closer you will come with spirit, with God. Telepathy. We're just talking about the 5D, your 5D telepathy. Your intuition is connecting you with others. Have you experienced moments of deep understanding with someone? Pay attention to these subtle connections. They could hold the answers you need. Okay, so if you're asking the universe for an answer about something and you out of the blue meet someone, there's a reason for that. Seek the answers you're looking for. Freedom is about following your inner voice. Inner voice again. So Spirit's really wanting you. Somebody here has not been answering their call and has been procrastinating on it. So it's time, okay? Doing this is going to give you the freedom you seek, okay? Have you been feeling trapped by responsibilities? Release those burdens and follow what makes you feel free, light, and alive. Because I will tell you something. Once you start following the things that make you feel free, Divine Feminine, you will. The things that you don't really care to do in life will become easier. It just does. And it's such a weird thing. Awakening potential. Your inner potential is awakening and new opportunities are appearing. This is the time for growth and self-discovery. Be bold in exploring new areas and your hidden strengths will reveal themselves. Okay? Things you never knew you had within you because you were too scared to try certain things. True love. This following your soul path is going to bring in this true love for you. And if you're resonating with twin flames, with often this goes hand in hand, Spirit's saying here that the only way to union is by answering your soul's calling. True love is a deep soul connection. Are you searching for it? Trust that it's out there, but remember to love yourself first. True love will follow naturally. So exactly what I just said. Hopping on your soul path is like one of the truest forms of self-love, right? And by doing this, by loving yourself and healing yourself, healing your inner child and going through your shadow work, your wildest dreams in love is coming. And we have let go love. And we were just talking about this. Letting go of love for the time being. Focusing on yourself, focusing on your coin, focusing on your glow up, focusing on you and you only for now. It may be hard if you have a family out there or you have kids or whatnot, but doing your best to really focus on yourself. Letting go of past love opens the door to new possibilities. So letting go even of kind of starting out in a clean slate in your mind. I'm just seeing like a slab, like a clean slab. And really needing to start out at a clean slate. Let go of everything you think is true in love. Release it to the universe. Surrender it. Start focusing on yourself and see what comes in this next year in love. I mean, it's something you're not expecting. Your heart knows the truth. Are you overthinking a situation? Trust the wisdom of your heart. It will lead you to the most authentic decision. So Divine Feminine, if you have been overthinking jumping on your soul path, if you've been overthinking doing something in the light worker realm, all of you, if not most of you, if not all of every single one of you that come to this channel are a light worker of some sort. Okay, so if you've been delaying that journey, Spirit is really saying, follow your heart here. You know what it is you're meant to do. You just need to do it. Just do it at this time, okay? Okay, we're already an hour in here, so we are going to wrap this up with some divine angel oracle messages. They are also angel numbers, so we'll just get some additional confirmations for you quickly. 232, trust in yourself and the universe. Have faith in the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I don't know what more confirmation you need, Divine Feminine, but it's here for you. Have the trust, okay? Trust in yourself. Taking those baby steps is going to help you build the trust within yourself and then with Spirit, okay? Empowerment. Stand in your power. We had that with the Patriarch, the Father God card. Stand in your power to embrace your true potential and confidence. So we have 232 and 898 here. Empowerment and trust. Stand in your power and stay in that energy. I'm really feeling too, okay? The things that bring you low vibe energy, let those things go now, sooner rather than later. no matter how uncomfortable it is, just do it. Just do it, because this empowerment is really going to feel amazing. This letting go of things that keep you in low vibe energy and hold you back from evolving only induces more suffering. Evolution. You are evolving spiritually and emotionally, moving towards greater wisdom and understanding. 5, 6, 7 could be significant. Look up these numbers: 232, 898, and 5, 6, 7. Under like spiritual awakening or like soul path journey. Prosperity. This is going to bring prosperity. We have 808. Embrace your potential and welcome prosperity. The abundance and the love you're looking for is right on the other side of the fear of answering this call, Divine Feminine. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. Believe it and you will receive it, my love. Okay, let's get a few charms. Just gonna mix them up a bit. Let's see what the charms have to say for you. Sky's the limit for the Divine Feminine with the hot air balloon. We have a bird here. There are angels watching over you. Wow, so we were talking about that with my deceased loved ones, and the fact that there's all these blue jays outside this window right now, and with this bird here, I mean, wow. Your loved ones, if you are struggling with that, knowing what happened, where they went, you know, think questions like that, Spirit's saying they are here with you, and they are always going to be with you. We have love again, so love is really this connection is definitely tied to some type of love. We have another angel wing, so we have definite confirmation of ancestors here with you at this time, going through this journey with you. You are protected. We have the rabbit, so I'm feeling, I mean, you know, anything about going down the rabbit hole of spirituality or the twin flame journey. But also I'm really feeling strongly the year of the rabbit could be a confirmation for you. It could be someone really significant in your life, a guide, or even someone you're connected to in love. Love is coming up here, so love is definitely part of your journey. But right now the focus really needs to be on, you know, becoming your complete self within you, and healing. I mean, lots of healing, lots of trust, strengthening your intuition, learning to live side by side with spirit, so to speak, if that makes sense. Okay. Learning, you know, we're not here to live disconnected from spirit. And that's why everyone's walking around day to day so lost, because we're not truly tapped in, we're not connected, and not even taking the time to recognize the things that are making us disconnected. Okay? It can be such simple things. Addictions are a big one though. Distractions, right? We have to meditate, we have to sit with spirit, we have to treat our body as a temple. That's very, very important in detoxing. Okay? That message is here for somebody. And I encourage you to seek help or guidance if you need that. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that at all. Okay, my loves? I hope that this helped you on your soul path journey. I hope this helped you, gave you a little bit of guidance, maybe help strengthen your intuition. I love you very much. And until next time, love and light.